Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Vida Vibes podcast. I'm your host, Lisbet, and today I am so excited, but she's not as excited as I am, to have my sister on the podcast. I chatted about her a little bit in episode 1, did a little mini introduction. This podcast episode is not being recorded with video because, well, I am already bribing her into doing this.
What are you bribing me for? You're not giving me anything. What's the bribe about?
I am promising you.
You're just bothering me.
But I'm promising you a world of dreams.
Yeah, you have been promising that for years.
Well, you know what?
What?
Some things take a while to manifest.
I know. It has been a while.
Well, there's no do you think I wanted to take this long?
Well, I'm sick right now. You shouldn't be making me do this.
But even if you weren't sick, you still wouldn't do it. You know what? This is actually the perfect time because since you're sick, you don't have that much energy.
To escape from you?
Exactly.
To run away?
Exactly.
God.
It's important for context here. I'm the younger one. She's the older one. And she was just saying that she's like, "That's the problem having little sisters. They never leave you alone." But then your life would be so much more boring without me.
So much quiet.
So much sadness. It would be a gloomy life. See, okay, so today we were chatting about Bridgerton because she is not well versed in the Bridgerton atmosphere because that's not her kind of show. But somehow you fell on the For You page of Bridgerton TikTok because of Give Me Everything by Pitbull.
You watch one video. You just have to watch one video, one single video, and then you get bombarded with the whole story.
That is true.
So I have not watched the show, but I more or less know what's going on.
But then I fill you in on the gaps, which isn't even the point of me having a podcast. Is because she got tired of me talking about shit that she didn't care about. She's
Pretty
like,
much.
Can you please just say that to someone? But anyways, you were versed in the Bridgerton world. And now you kind of, I'm not saying you like it, but now you kind of are into it a little bit more.
Well, I get it on my videos, so I keep seeing videos about it.
You know what okay, wait. One thing that bothers me I love her. She's great. But one thing that bothers me about my sister is two things. She's so bad with directions and at remembering certain things. So we went to London twice. The second time I went to London, we took a train to Baths. Let me finish. Okay? So I'd tell her on this trip, "Oh my God, Tata, there's a show here and it's called Bridgerton. It's super famous. And this is where it was filmed." Okay, fast forward to months later. She's like, "Lisbet, do you know this show called Bridgerton?" And I was like, "Yeah, the one I told you about." She's like, "Okay, yeah, sure, that one. Well, there's a new season, I guess." And then they did the song or Give Me Everything from Pitbull. It's actually really good. I saw one video, now I saw 1,000, right? And in my head, I forgot to tell her because I'm like, no, she's got to remember that we went to Baths. Like,
you told me. You just don't thought about it. You told me, "Oh, Tata, you remember that was the town that we were on, and I told you they were filming a TV show here." I'm like, "I remember you told me they were filming a TV show there, but I don't know, and I wasn't paying attention to which one."
but you should remember the location.
I remember the location, but you know how many shows there are?
Tata, pero when you saw the Bridgerton thingies on TikTok, you didn't look.
Do you remember
that it was a memorable place?
No. Do you remember how cold that day was?
It was very
cold. That we were freezing on top of that bus that you made me go to the top.
We couldn't even do what I wanted to do because it was too cold.
Because it was too cold. So how do you want me to remember the name of the show that you mentioned at that time when it was so freaking cold?
Because you should at least remember the
only
location.
thing I remember it was the food that we ate.
The food was really good. Yeah. It was like this. It was Italian. No, it was like tapas, Spanish. Yeah. And we were starving, and I bribed her to do the hop on and off bus because not Jane Austen's author, but Pride and Prejudice, which she's also never seen and she's not going to see ever, is a movie, very famous movie from a very famous book from Jane Austen.
I know about it.
Okay. I really wanted to go to the location where Mr. Darcy like does the whole like whatever, but it was too cold. So then halfway through, literally towards the end of because again she's really bad with directions. She goes, Lisbet, weren't you gonna go to like that location? I was like, listen, we left out like 3 stops ago. It is too cold. So, anyways, she's immersed in the Bridgerton world, but she's never seen the show. Which, in fair, I'm immersed in your show, Rookie.
Uh-huh.
And I've never even seen it. The only thing I care about is if they're gonna freaking put these 2 people back together that they took apart.
And they keep just going with the drama.
They do.
I didn't like this season that much.
I know you told me, but wasn't it because they had to like fast forward it because
short. It was only like usually you get 22 episodes. This one was like 10 episodes, and everything felt rushed.
But wasn't it because of not the boycott? What was happening in Hollywood at that time? It was
the strikes, the writer strikes, and then the actors, I think, or something like that.
But then at that point, postpone. Like, would you much rather than postpone it and like?
No, and get this: the next season, which they approved, season 7, they're not gonna start it until 2025. So mid-season, they're not even gonna start it on the regular season. So that means that we're probably gonna get the same amount of episodes, or just less than 15, probably.
Wait, they're gonna release season 7?
They approved for season 7, and they're gonna start. They're gonna start recording it or doing the whatever soon in 1 month, but they're not gonna release it until the January 2025. So basically until mid-season. Normally the shows will start again. Like they will start
In like winter time?
Yeah, or I think before winter, usually I think October, I don't know, something like that. September, October.
That is
they
winter
get like
time,
2 months, whatever. No, but not really winter, but whatever.
Fall.
Whatever. they start before January. January is like mid-season, basically.
Uh-huh.
So basically they're gonna start mid-season instead of starting doing the entire season though. So that means that we're gonna get probably short episodes.
And isn't that the last season too? Or they're gonna try and be approved for season 8 too?
Usually they don't know until like almost the end.
Do you think
of the season?
But like, do you think that the hype, like, since they're waiting so long and they're not starting when all the other shows are starting, that like, I mean, I think they have a strong fan base.
A lot of shows are doing that now, though.
Really?
It's not only then. I think it's because all the schedule got moved
because of the strike.
Because of what happened. That's what happened. That's
okay.
There's a few shows that are doing that, but still, it's like it doesn't feel. The episodes were not. I don't know.
Fulfilling.
Yeah, it was a lot of storylines happening at the same time, and a lot of stories rush, and they couldn't develop like the characters really well, and the plots and the scenes that they wanted to work on. It was, I don't know. I mean, there were some good scenes and there were good things happening, but it didn't feel. I don't know. It was weird. Oh, look, your mom is here. She can talk to you. Bye.
¿Quieres ser parte del podcast?
Ven, 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 ven.
Guys, I told you this is not getting edited out because I already told the podcast that they can expect a lot of Cuban interruption. I think like in the last I was recording one right before this one, and it was about like women's health.
I just remember what we're doing. I don't want to do it anymore.
We were
forgetting about it.
We were because we have these conversations. This is what's frustrating, okay? Because we have these conversations already. Why don't we try and make content out of it? Because of you, we lost on a great business idea.
Well, it wasn't because of me. You could have started by yourself.
If the whole point was a two-person, I couldn't have done it by myself because it would have just been me.
You really have gotten. Well, you talk to yourself a lot, so
I do.
It's not,
I do. Well, growing up, you guys get tired of talking to me.
Well, that's why you can talk to yourself in your own podcast.
I can yap for days.
Exactly.
But yapping alone is not as fun as sometimes having another person to jump things with. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
What she owes me for... Okay, the podcast idea was... I told her a couple years ago, hey, Tata, we should do a podcast about Reddit stories. She goes,
No, it wasn't about Reddit stories.
what was it about?
You just said we should have started a podcast, and I'm like, I don't want to. So we never did.
And now they're freaking everywhere.
Before they became popular.
Yeah, it was like pre-COVID, pre-pandemic, like podcasts were a thing, but no eran that big of a deal as they are now.
I think it was like at the beginning when you try to start your second YouTube channel or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to make a podcast a couple times, and I've tried multiple different YouTube channels, so I think so. But then, like, okay, because going back to when you told me, you've promised us that we were going to make it for a while or whatever. Everything happens at its due time, right? Maturity and age and whatever. And you and I have been trying for a while. Like, we actually did this, do you remember the very first channel that blew up that we would do reviews on, like, because my sister used to do photography. Oh, that was a day and age. She doesn't talk about it anymore because she hates people asking her to do photos. But we had like one trending. This was before Google AdSense and links and any of that stuff. It was like the old YouTube interface before YouTube was bought up by Google. What a time! And now it's like,
yeah, no, it's really hard.
It is, and it's
mostly consistency, I think. It's like you just throw videos at it and you become good at it with time since you're doing more videos, and you just hope that it's not going to take 8 years.
Right. Well, wasn't Mr. Beast going to take him like 7 years?
Something like that, yeah. He was doing it for a couple of years and like trying different stuff. And
well, also our day and age is, we like that instant gratification, which is why I think TikTok became popular. It's because you had that instant gratification of like one video can go trending and then you get addicted. I'm
really upset with TikTok right now.
Well, you're always, what did they do now? Because like I feel like every time you tell me you're upset, it's something new. Is it because of the new thingy that they changed where it's like she is sick, where it's like the old videos can't get monetized or whatnot?
See?
She's okay.
You shouldn't be making me do this. I'm sick.
She's fine.
What were you talking about?
The TikTok monetization.
Well, I'm upset with TikTok for a few reasons. One of them is like your normal scrolling experience or whatever. Since they opened the TikTok shop, everything is ads. Everything is like paid commission, and people just make videos to sell you stuff. So you don't really know. Sometimes you're watching a video and you're like, oh, this it seems like a really good product. As soon as you see the link on the description for the thing, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know how truthful this is, you know? And then you're scrolling out of the 10 videos, 5 of them or 6 or sometime at the beginning it was like,
bro, I was saying like every video.
7, 8 videos were like either ads or commission. So it was like you spend more time just scrolling out of the videos than really enjoying anything that you were seeing. And the second thing is like the new program that they have is complicated because they made it seem like you were gonna get more money, which might be truthful for some people, but you really have to have a high engagement on your account to be able to get paid really well, because a lot of the views that get disqualified, let's say you have like 1 million views on the channel, you barely get paid like maybe 20-50% of the views, maybe, because you get disqualified if people watch less than 5 seconds before. As long as they will watch your video, you will get paid for it. A lot less, but you will get paid for it. Your old videos doesn't qualify. The ones that you have posted before the program started, they don't qualify for the program. So it has to be new videos. It has to be videos over 1 minute long. And the funny thing about it is, like, when you post videos that are 1 minute long, they don't get as distribute or push to people as the ones that are 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Because that's part of the game. They will push those that people are going to like. People usually have a shorter span paying attention to what you're saying or what you're doing. So basically, the shorter videos that don't qualify for the program are the ones who go viral and do better. And then also, if people don't see the videos, let's say I share the video with people, or you post the link somewhere and you refer people to the video, those views don't qualify.
What?
Only the views that are from the For You page. Basically, when you're scrolling and the video comes up on your For You page and people see it, those are the ones that get qualified. So basically, it's up to them how much you get paid for that video.
And obviously, like, they all do this because they don't want to pay you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
So, like, so I wonder, like, the influencers, right? The Alex Earls or whatever, the big ones. They probably make most of their money from the affiliate marketing. So, like, their links or whatnot. And sponsorships.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that it bothers me. Not only from TikTok, like, from everywhere else. But mostly on TikTok because it's where you see it the most. When you get a lot of people trying to sell you stuff... True. And they go like, oh, I make $15,000, $20,000 a month doing these and that and whatever. I'm like, listen, if I was doing $25,000, $30,000, $15,000
I wouldn't be making this video.
I wouldn't be making this video. You know how much time it would take me to make this video, edit, and do the whole link and the whole thing and yeah, maybe 1-2 months they're doing it, and yes, they're getting the money, but it might not be sustainable. Bruh. So that's why they're trying to get your information, trying to make, buy a course and whatever.
Put your email here, sign up for this list. Yeah,
so it's a lot of like,
scam.
It feels scammy, yeah.
Well, it is like an MLM type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it kind of feels like, okay, do you know that there's a stereotype for Miami? Like, everyone in Miami is an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like it's like that. It's like the Miami entrepreneurs, like everyone's an entrepreneur, everyone's making millions of dollars. No, and then recently I saw this video from people that are now coming up like, oh, I'm actually broke. I actually have no money. Like, and again, it feels like the Miami type of thing. Mm-hmm. So like when you and I go out of Miami, we were raised here. If you're a tourist, you're like, wow, that guy's a Lamborghini, that guy, blah, blah, blah. And the first thought the Miamians have, at least you and I wonder if it's rented or if it's actually theirs. And that's how it feels when I'm seeing that advertised for these courses. Y todas esas cosas. Is it legit? I'm not saying some people aren't, some people are. Mm-hmm. But la mayoría, it's a scam. It's like they're trying to make money out of you. Yeah. Which it sucks because then there's people that are trying to learn or understand better about like investing or side hustles or whatnot, like the drop shipping era when that was trending, and then you lose a lot of money and you get screwed over.
Yeah, and the other thing is like that same thing when they're trying to sell you the drop shipping and the all this sell your products and stuff like that. It's like Amazon, TikTok Shop, that is completely filled with actual Chinese manufacturers that are selling their stuff over there. So for you, there's no way of competing with that people.
No, and they're intense.
Yeah, you might find a product maybe that it goes viral and you're able to like market it or whatever. But believe me, it's not gonna take them a week to be selling that same product that you're trying to sell. You're getting from them. Yeah, and they're gonna sell it, and they're gonna sell it for cheaper.
Well, there's actually like a whole documentary they did on a YouTube video I saw. And it's this guy, and I don't remember what they call them, but his whole job is to scout and then to release these, to dupe the products or copy them and then have them for cheaper. And it's like a whole black market type of thing. Mm-hmm. So it's almost impossible for you to beat them because they're like 3,000 steps ahead of you. Like the moment that they see something, boom, the next day there's a dupe for it.
Yeah, no, and even like, I have heard stories, which I don't remember right now which product was it, but I saw, I think it was a video or a documentary about it, of this guy that he came up with an invention, something that it was really good, something that he knew he was going to be able to sell a lot. He was trying to find a manufacturer to do the whole process for him, because obviously he couldn't like fulfill the amount of orders that he was going to get. So he was sending, like, he was working and trying to find different manufacturers to work with him. And unfortunately, he went to China, and China doesn't have any copyright laws. So yeah, they worked with him, but then they started producing the same product on the side, and that's it.
At a cheaper price, and people are going to buy that.
Yeah. I mean, if you create a good enough product, and the quality of the product is really good, and you're really good at marketing, and I guess you have money for marketing, yes, your product is going to be selling, but you're always going to have a loss on those cheaper products that people are going to buy.
I have a question for you, because this is actually something that did happen to a big influencer. You know her because I've spoken about her, Matilda Djurf. She's a Scandinavian influencer, white girl, ¿me entiendes? Like skinny and stereotypical, right? And she made a whole brand out of like this simple aesthetics.
I think you mentioned something about it, and then they created Dupes.
So she has this like famous it's like a robe and then pajamas. And allegedly someone from her team or herself, I don't know who, designed the berries. It's not, groundbreaking, but whatever. And she became known for,
it's a brand.
Right. She became known for that design for the pajamas and the robes. The thing is, so obviously she then got duped. Right? Like other thousands of people have done. But the problem, or the question I have for you, is what are your thoughts on how she proceeded? So she then, when people were advertising the dupes that you can find on Amazon or whatever, she went after the creators and started to try and not just get their video banned, but sometimes even their account banned.
You don't do that. No. You go after the person who's selling it.
Yeah.
And plus, if the creator is putting out a video saying that this product is worth it more than yours, then there's something wrong with yours.
But here's the other thing that was messed up about that whole thing. A creator bought with her own money. Now, mind you, these robes are like 140, 170 because they have to ship from different places. Dollars. The pajamas are like 100 something, whatever. She had bought in the original, and then she had bought in the dupe to show it to her audience, and she was saying, hey guys, it's not worth it. Matilda Djurf's quality is so much better. Djurf Avenue's quality. Buy that one instead. Her video still got taken down, and then
that's the video that she has to promote. That's like, I'm not even like, here the marketing person is you. You're the one who would know how to work that up, But even like someone that has nothing to do with that will see that you will actually just have to promote the video of that person instead of taking it down. It's like, here you go, here's proof this person bought both products with their own money.
Yes.
And they're actually like my product best because of whatever quality, experience, customer service, whatever. So that's the video that you have to promote. You don't have to try to take it down.
And that's where people started being like, you know what? Just because of that, I'm going to buy the dupe. So, but the thing is, you don't go after the creators. Like the creators, like what, maybe they have some of these creators that were saying that had maybe 10,000 followers or something like that. They're not big creators who are saying this, and you're going after them. Go after the person on Amazon that's duping you and try and take them down.
It's probably a Chinese national. That's why they couldn't take them down, because they don't have copyright laws. But as a US-based company, Amazon usually would have to take care of that, because you won't be able to sell dupes of Chanel or Louis Vuitton or any other products like that.
And she's got the money to do that. Yeah. So, but you decide to take down creators instead of, you know what the other smart marketing strategy to do? I would personally ship them my products and be like, hey, we saw that you got this, which is not our quality, and we want you to experience what our quality really is, and then we would love to hear your take on it.
Of course.
But no, but so then you're not just affecting other creators, you're also affecting yourself by the way that you approach the situation. And then you're kind of turned off. And then people started going after her because allegedly her whole thing is that it's ethical, right? People are like,
You're paying a premium because it's ethical.
yeah, but then it was shown.
That was her line,
thing. Yeah. Oh, it's ethical. It is not, we don't mass produce in factories or yada, yada, yada. But then there was kind of like different stuff that kind of came out that people were like, we don't know if this is 100% true, because I think one of the products like was Portugal, and Portugal is also like another place that is growing in mass production and whatnot. So personally, I was then turned off by the whole thing, and I will not purchase, and I have purchased from her, and I don't think the quality is worth the money. There's certain, there's certain points where I'm like, yeah, that's worth the money.
Yes, I know.
But that was one of them that I'm like, no. And then I just don't like the way that and then certain things came out about her. So she had this a fashion show that she did in New York. Mm-hmm. And she like picked and chose who she like hung out with, which I don't know how true this is, right? Because it's personal stories. Yeah. But it was like, if you weren't pretty enough, she would like didn't really just like kind of put you aside. Okay, another take on marketing, who I think does it really well, is the Stanley Cups people. My favorite one was the lady whose car burned. And this was because what did it cost them to buy her a new car? I'm not saying that it wasn't a lot of money, but to Stanley Cup, it wasn't. No, like, 40, 50?
With the marketing that they got out of that single video,
for free,
they could have bought her a car and a house.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, the amount of marketing, even I don't have a Stanley Cup. I don't have it. You do have few. So I know about it because of you. One. But even me, that is not on like my interest or TikTok or whatever, I saw the video and I saw people talking about the video. So the reach that video had, you could compare it to the, ¿cómo se llama? El football game, the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compared to a Super Bowl commercial.
For free.
How much would they spend on a Super Bowl commercial? Exactly. Let's say just $1 million.
Millions of dollars.
That's basically what they got out of that video or more. Uh-huh. So basically they got it pretty cheap, but they were smart about it.
But that was a smart way to go, because they could have just been like commented on her video or said something. He's like, you know what? We appreciate you so much. We're going to buy you a car. And that was so smart.
Exactly. Because you not only had the press or the people talking about it because
the video was already trending
on the video, but your response to that.
And it was from like the CEO of like, so it was like, here you go. And I loved that. Another one that did it well. So I don't know if this has fallen on your For You page, but there's this, okay, because remember I have my time limits on my TikToks, but it also came up through my Instagram or I can't remember where it was, but this girl or this lady was doing videos on like Chick-fil-A. She really liked Chick-fil-A. She was doing all these different videos, hyping them up or whatever. And I think Chick-fil-A commented, because she's black, commented, please stop making videos about us, like with our product or something like that. Oh, Shake Shack came in.
Oh, I have another story about Shake Shack.
And said, okay, we will gladly let you advertise our products. And now, and apart from that, people are now starting to boycott Chick-fil-A too, because they went back on their no.
Yeah, I saw
antibodies.
Antibacterial. No, antibacterial.
The injection.
No, antibiotics.
Antibiotics.
Oh my God, we're so bad.
Es que dice antibiótico.
I know, in Spanish I knew.
Antibiótico.
Yeah.
So now they went back. So now
supposedly what they're gonna do is they're gonna still use antibiotics, but it's gonna be supposedly the ones that allegedly are not affected to the human body or that we don't use, so we don't create how do you call it, resistance against it.
Yeah, okay, sure.
But apart from that, I think it's Shake Shack too is doing chicken Sunday or chicken or chicken Sunday or something. Sunday. So basically, they're giving a one free chicken sandwich every Sunday.
Why don't we go? No, that's a great marketing.
Yeah,
it's so true. And you know what's annoying? Half of the time when you're like, man, I really want a Chick-fil-A, is on a Sunday.
I think I tried. I don't know.
You didn't like it.
not that I didn't like it. It's that I
not
found
that
it was
good.
too expensive for the amount of food that you were getting.
And it's not okay.
And it was like the hype was so much that I'm like, huh.
I think there was a time and age where Chick-fil-A was hot and it was good and the product was good. Obviously, in the last couple of years, like everything, the quality has gone down. Because even so, in Miami, we don't really have that many Chick-fil-A's, or at least close to us. So we're not going to make the drive. But when I lived in Michigan, there were closer ones, and it didn't taste good. It didn't like.
No, but I tried it a couple years ago. I think it was at the airport with you.
No, it was in Dilemma.
Daylem? Oh, I remember. I think I tried one or twice.
A Dilemma, and then there was another. You know what
Yeah.
I will say though? They got these chicken biscuits for like the morning. They're little bitty bites. They were good. They were good. But I mean, it was like not out of this world. It's kind of like Starbucks. Once you actually start to change your palate,
The thing is, like, what got us into coffee was Starbucks. But because the coffee flavor was so mild, you wouldn't taste the coffee, so you started liking the drinks, and then you got, used to that little bit of taste of coffee.
yeah.
But then when you start trying, like, the real coffee,
You're like, this tastes like
basically,
shit.
it's like, you're like, I'm drinking
Water.
Caramel water with the little caramel milk with a little bit of coffee flavor.
And there's not even that much caffeine in there. You know what I found out?
Uh-huh.
Okay, did you know that? Okay, I'm gonna abbreviate this because I don't remember the specifics of it because I just saw a video. I sent it to you. You probably didn't see it. But basically, in the States, are we shocked by this? But in the States, there is no like expiration date for you. For example, you can take a coffee product, coffee beans.
Oh, I know. The mold.
The
coffee.
mold.
Yeah. It's not regulated. I saw it.
That was crazy to me.
So aren't you happy you're doing your own coffee?
Yes, I did. I got a Breville, and whoever has a Breville, and if you have an espresso machine, the mini ones, and you have the Miami pods, because that's the one my sister has, and like, whoa, those are really good. You need to try the Lavazza Crema or something. Yeah, Crema, so good. But the other thing I will say, Starbucks did help with the hype of coffee, because if you remember a couple of years ago, I'm saying like 10, 15 years ago, coffee shops también were in
they were not.
at least in the States. In Europe, the coffee culture has always been a thing, like mini cafes y todo eso.
Tea usually more.
No, that's in London. That's in UK.
Well, yeah. Or in Europe in general.
No, but I feel like in Europe, like in Paris and Madrid, it was more cafe.
I don't know. They also had tea. But
Well,
okay. Yes.
Anyways.
Yes. Starbucks helped.
And now we have a lot more small local boutique coffee shops that the coffee is like 10 times better. And the price is the same. So I would rather buy the boutique coffee
And don't even think about buying it at the airport.
Bro, airport
It's like
prices
$7
are a scam.
for a tall Starbucks coffee.
Bro, listen, actually, let's open up a restaurant in the airport.
Oh no, it's too expensive.
That's true, because
Well, you have to pay there. It's too expensive. Basically, if you go to Miami Airport, just go to a Cuban coffee place, Versailles or La Garreta, and
La
you're
Garreta's
gonna get
good.
really good coffee there.
But Juan Valdez.
Juan
Sounds
Valdez,
so good.
Juan Valdez is good. It's just have a particular taste.
Yeah, you have to like
It's
coffee.
it's really strong.
You have to like coffee.
taste.
But I mean, una colada is also very potent.
I guess it's just that I guess we're used to just the Cuban coffee colada. and all
Yeah,
that,
but these
so
Americans.
yeah, I love to see them getting a colada shot before getting on the plane.
Woo!
That's gonna be an adventure. I'm not
Wait.
gonna sleep the whole time.
Remember, ¿cómo se llama el comediante? Fluffy.
Fluffy, yeah.
When he has a whole
The cafecito.
Yeah.
He went to Versailles, I think.
If you don't know who Fluffy is, he's a really funny comedian, and he has a whole thing like a skit on la colada, because they asked him, "Oh, do you want a colada?" He's like, "Oh, I want a whole cup," and they're like, "Are you sure?" Because in case you don't know, a colada is a very concentrated, potent espresso shot this guy asked for like an entire cup, which
But
is
it's a
like,
few shots though. The colada has a few shots.
oh
It's not
yeah,
one shot.
but typically
it's like
people
two,
just
three
get
shots.
people just get like a small shot and drink one or two, and that's it. They don't drink the entire thing. Otherwise,
Yeah, when you get la colada, they give you like small cups,
which is like shot glasses.
Exactly, small shot glasses that you can just. Usually, you get like what 4 or 5 shots out of the colada.
Yeah, because you
then
share it with a group of people.
Yeah, and then you have jumbo colada or jumbo colada, which is like the big one that you get like.
Because the point is to share it with like in Cuba, people would you would go to someone's house and, oh, get un cafecito, and they will make you a colada like a cafecito, but for everyone, and everyone got a little shot. But you didn't drink the entire thing, and the Cuban grandmas lo guardan.
Yeah.
She like, it's like, no, de un poquito de cafecito pa ahorita, because they have to have cafecito after
Every meal. Or after el cigarrito.
Oh, yeah. No, y fue el chisme.
Yeah.
Pues, ¿te enteraste lo que pasó con la vecina? No. Yo creo que se va a divorciar. But, so Starbucks did help with coffees becoming a thing and well known in the industry or whatnot.
It's really hard to keep up with our conversations.
How much far?
I don't know, but we started on Bridgerton.
No, we started with you not wanting to do the podcast.
Well, yeah. But yeah.
But this is really how we talk. We jump around to 1,000 different conversations. Actually, there's something that we do need to talk about, and let's take it now to just talk. Our Europe trip. I know. So we're going to Europe this year, and my sister hates. She doesn't hate going to Europe. She hates the time that we go because it's when my mom is off and whatever.
Wait.
Bless you.
That's not a bless you.
I know.
That's a cuídate el pecho, cuídate la espalda porque el pecho ya lo perdiste.
Is that a Cuban saying?
Yeah.
Why? Because like ya te duele el pecho de tanto
Because your
toser?
pecho is so, it has so much.
That you have to go to the back now?
No, for whatever, you don't get it.
Okay. Anyways, my sister loves going to Europe. She hates the time that we go because we were going to go in July and it's so hot.
And there's so many people.
Bro, I saw, okay, I didn't send it to you.
I saw it. I've been seeing it.
The
I saw
TikTok
it.
video of Italy in May.
Yes.
Oh my God.
What? No, in May. No. What? That was full of people?
Oh.
Yeah. And it was May.
And it was
Imagine
May.
July.
I know.
And then we're going to Rome, which I think is going to be the same thing as Madrid. We haven't been into Italy. So
No,
this
it's
is
our
the
first time
going to Italy. We have been to Spain three times.
3 times.
3 times.
It's going to be our first time. We've been to France, but we're going to the south of France.
Yeah. And then, so we went to Madrid for the first time.
Last summer.
And again in July. Beginning of July.
And we stayed in like the heart, like Gran Via, which is the heart of Madrid.
In Gran Via, which in one of the nicest hotels we have
Oh my
ever
God,
been.
that's
that
the
was
best hotel.
really
We actually
nice.
went back to that one, I think,
Yeah.
if we can get cheap
Yeah,
plane tickets, because the tickets are like 700 euros.
I know. For all 4 though, but yes,
Sí, pero
expensive
still.
for Europe prices.
Exactly. For America, that'd be like
Yeah.
typical.
Yeah. So wait, what were we talking
Italy.
about? Okay, so Italy, we haven't been to Rome or we haven't been to Italy, but I think it's gonna be kind of like Madrid, that there's so much because Italy was basically
And
constructed
Milan.
a long time ago, but it was constructed like when they dig, they find remains of other cities that they had under.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, you don't have that much regular like earth that could absorb the heat.
No, it's hot.
So there's a lot of rocks.
And the AC is not a thing.
Exactly. Well,
It is,
yeah,
but it's not like
usually, sadly or unfortunately or fortunately, we're gonna go to touristic areas. Usually, those they do have AC. Still, we're gonna do a lot of walking, so that's gonna require not a lot of AC. So, but the problem is, like we were talking about it, we went to Barcelona. It was hot. It was during the same time, but we didn't feel the heat as much.
You're also closer to the Imman.
You're closer to Admire, but also you had more greenish, you could say, or
It was
I don't
more
know.
spaced out, more open.
Yeah, something like that. And then
Less
Madrid, there was basically mucho cemento.
A lot of buildings.
A lot of building, but the streets were like, it was hot. It was hot. Like the air.
Okay,
There was
also-
air flowing and the air was hot.
It was.
Okay? It was suffocating, and then there were so many freaking people that I just needed. I wanted to disappear. I just wanted to go to the hotel and rest and just don't see any.
Also, they don't believe in iced coffees in Europe.
Yeah,
it's like not a thing. It is hot.
I'm about to take my own caramel though next time to put in the coffee. That's a good idea though.
But you have to buy like a small cup or
I'll take a small cup. I take my own caramel. It's like give me a coffee. I'll put my own caramel in it.
I'm sorry to my Spaniards. You don't have good coffee.
Maybe we haven't found.
Or we didn't find
coffee places.
Ay, no me hables de eso. You just Okay, so Lisbet is in charge of the okay, so here's how it breaks down. My sister's in charge of all travels, right? So like airport, hotel, bueno, hotels are her and I, because I have to approve it because my mother's like picky, to say the least. But typically hotels, airplane, whatever, that falls onto you. I do trains, itinerary, like what are we gonna do? No,
basically I take care of getting us there and staying there, but you take care of what we do while we're there.
Yes, exactly. So
who's knocking?
I don't know. So anyways, as I was proceeding, they'll open the door and they'll interrupt us. Anyways, so what was I saying? oh, I remember. So we go to Barcelona, which we had been once already, but it was not a great experience. Me too. We'll get to it. So it was not a great experience because it was so hot, and we had gone to Paris for the first. It was like my first time abroad. Whatever, I got to take whatever. So we went to Barcelona the second time. It was great. So little Lisbet, and his point of the story is for the coffee shop in Barcelona, or in Spain, was that there is again, I'm in charge of the itinerary. So there was this coffee shop that I was like, guys, this is legit. I think I found a good coffee shop, small boutique. It's gonna be really good. Blah blah blah. Okay, we walk there. I don't think we took a taxi. I think we walked.
And it was hot.
And it was hot. And it was far from the hotel. Like 30-minute. We'll pause. Okay, so I say, guys, I found a coffee shop. I make them walk all the way there. They're already complaining because it's hot. And we hadn't had any caffeine. And my family is caffeine addicted, okay? So we walk, whatever. Cute.
Not really. We just need a cafecito por la mañana.
And I thought I had found the one that was good. Mind you, there were other local, like, closer ones to the hotel, but no, Lisbet had to have this specific
gourmet,
one. I don't even remember the name of the place, okay? No shade.
No, I'm saying, like, it's a gourmet experience of coffee. It's like...
Mira, cuando llegamos ahí, first of all, it was hot.
The first thing is they don't have AC.
That's what I was gonna say. It was hot.
They didn't have a place to sit. They didn't have, like, they had, like, it was a seating area, like a
bench.
Un banquito, yeah, exactly. In the corner, but it was hot.
It was hot. And you know what the worst? Tienen 4 options. 4 options. Y yo pregunto, and I'm so confused. They make it so confusing. It's like so obviously it's a gourmet, right? So they have like all the freaking different kinds of milk. I want regular milk. I'm a regular milk kind of drinker. Give me the cow straight from the fucking...
The coffee has to move.
No me dejeta. Oh, no sé qué. Like, okay, if you have lactose intolerant, if you need that, if whatever, that's fine. I get it. I'm not that person. Give me the whole milk. So like gourmet, que no sé cuánta cosa. And here's the thing. I feel a lot of pressure because everyone's looking at me because I picked this place, right? So my sister, she's basic, right? She just needs un café con leche. My mom, so then all these people are like, I'm not even understanding what these guys is saying because he's talking like French to me when he's not.
What do you mean French?
It feels like he's talking French to me, but he was trying, because I was asked.
Oh, okay, wait. It was like a specialty, a specialized coffee place or something like that.
Which I've been to those.
Yeah, but it's like, the thing is like, okay, I understand your passion for coffee. I understand where you're coming from, and you love coffee, and you want to create this environment for people who are like-minded. But at the same time, you are a business. Don't make people feel stupid when they're trying to order from you.
That was how I felt. And it was I was hot already. Okay. And I was feeling flustered because 3 people were like my sister, my mom, my dad, were all like looking at me like I'm not even, whatever. So I ended up ordering. I don't even know what we ordered. Okay. It tasted.
It was bad.
Que gourmet. Eso estaba
Wait,
burned.
no, don't. They didn't even have sugar. Wasn't that the place that didn't have sugar?
They didn't have sugar.
I understand the purity of your art. I get it.
No, wait, yeah, they said, no, because I think they go, see, no.
Like, that was a thing. That
Nosotros no tenemos azúcar.
Yeah, they were asking. That was a pecado. El pecado del mundo that we were asking for sugar. Yes, we're Americans, but we're Cuban too. Or coladas are full of sugar.
Because I was talking Spanish to them. It wasn't like I came in like, hi, I would like a coffee, please. Like, no, yo te estoy diciendo en español. I was like, hey, ¿tu cafecito tiene? No sé qué. I'm like, what? I understand there's people that don't freaking have sugar with their coffee. Está bien, okay. Do you? I need at least some syrup or something. They didn't believe in syrup.
No, there was no syrup, no
and it was
sugar.
Also burned. Oh, no. And the worst part, it was like 6 freaking euros for a tiny cup. For a tiny freaking
the thing
cup.
Is, like, I don't mind paying it if
like
it's
good.
The amazing, like the best
like,
coffee
for example,
I have ever tried.
Ole and Sten in London.
Which is funny enough because it's a chain. It's a
chain.
Small chain, but it's a chain.
It's a chain.
It's a chain company. But okay, but we go back to the same place. You ask for sugar and they look at you like you're dumb or stupid because you're asking for sugar.
No, you're ordering and you're because their ordering process isn't simple, right? Like, you have to understand, not everyone is like, if I knew you guys would just wanted gourmet drinkers, I wouldn't have come here. Okay, hubiera ido de la esquina que me daba la misma cosa, burns what coffee, just gave me some caffeine.
Wasn't that Barcelona or was Madrid?
That was Barcelona.
And the funny thing is that
in Madrid, after that, we just unfortunately stuck to Starbucks. And this is also before the Starbucks.
The funny thing is that
boycott.
The next day, I think it was, or I don't remember when. Then we went to the place where you can get
below the hotel,
right next to the hotel.
Basically,
you could get a breakfast for a full breakfast for less than the entire tiny coffee cup that you got on the other place, and the coffee was really good actually.
It was literally like 40 euros for 4 tiny freaking. It was like 4 ounces of coffee, burned coffee. So yeah. My whole thing, we didn't find.
I understand again. We go back to the same thing. I understand when you want to have the art of coffee and you want this pure experience.
I love that
for whoever likes that. But you're selling. You're in a place where you're selling to people. You're a business. You're in a touristic area, so. A little bit outside though, but yeah, still within, you want customers, you want people to talk about your coffee, to, be...
Okay, but you can do that, but your coffee has to be good.
Options, but have options too.
También.
Have options, like, okay, we don't serve, we don't do the coffee with okay, a lot of coffee places, they don't like to put syrups in it, because I guess that's like an American thing. I don't know. They don't like to add syrups. That's fine.
Pero tener sugar.
It's just me that I don't like pure coffee. I like some flavor in my coffee.
Because I can do no. If the coffee tastes good, I can. Like in France.
Yeah, I could do that.
In France, you still did put sugar in some of yours, but I didn't put sugar in most of the coffees that we got. But the beans tasted good.
Yeah, and but the thing is, like, okay, at least have some sugar in there.
No, they didn't believe in sugar.
It was bad.
It was bad. And the thing is, like, it was expensive. Like, again, it goes back the following day. Then we ended up getting a full breakfast for 4 people.
I think it was like $30-something
for less money than we paid at that freaking place for those burned coffees. So, anyways, long story short, we're going back to Madrid or Spain. If you have good coffee recommendations, let us know, because I didn't find any in Spain, at least.
But see, we had a similar experience when we went to London. Was it London? No, wait, where was it? Was it London or Paris? I think it was Paris. The first time we went to Paris. Mm-hmm. Remember, we went to the coffee place that was like the small place that had I think it was 2 monkeys on the thing. I think I still have the picture of the...
Yes.
That place.
Yes. This was in Paris.
They didn't have any...
This was a gourmet... Oh, this place was so good. This was a gourmet place in France, and it was like... not in a super tour. It was touristy, but it was also a lot of locals. I don't remember the area right now.
It was out of the way in like 5 minutes away, maybe walking from your regular touristic area, maybe.
Maybe a little bit more, I think.
I don't
But
remember.
it was gourmet, okay?
Yeah,
like
it was specialized again, but they had so many options for coffee.
and the guy that attended us explained the whole. And again, there wasn't a language barrier because it was like we were.
Well, he was speaking to us in English, actually.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, usually you get the stereotype of like, oh, French don't like when you speak English or whatever.
I always try to make an effort.
Yeah,
go,
no, you
bonjour.
try, of course. You're in
And I'm
another
like-
country. You're trying to, at least...
But the guy was so attentive.
Yeah, he explained the whole process, like they were about.
And we told him this is what we typically like to drink. He's like, if you'd like to drink that, I then recommend for you to drink this. And he was so kind.
And that one had no syrup.
No syrup.
We did put sugar in it. They had sugar optional on the side. I put sugar in it, and it was a really good coffee.
Again,
we actually went back.
With mom and dad when we went back to Paris because it was that good. Again, gourmet, small, same size as the other one, even smaller probably. But again, the experience, one, their beans tasted good, and two, the experience and the customer service was better. And you gave people options like, okay, si tú quieres el gourmet coffee, you can have that. But we also understand that not everyone is posh.
You didn't make people feel done, basically.
And we understand that not everyone's into as coffee as most of us. Like, there's people that the coffee tastes the same. Yeah. If I give you a coffee bean, you're like, this tastes the same as the other one.
Just really want to... At the end of the day, you want a really good coffee with a really good experience, basically. If the coffee might be really good, but if you have a rude person taking care of you and making you feel bad, then, the whole experience is...
And I want to add, this is coming from two people that have worked in customer service and still work with customers. So we understand that that's one, a hard job, and two, what like a good customer service experience looks like. So it's not that we're shading. That was just, if your coffee tuviera bueno, then I wouldn't have cared about your experience being so bad. But your coffee wasn't good and the experience wasn't great either. So am I coming back? No. I'm also going to shade the company name? No. Am I also going to Google it after this to see if they're still in business? Yes. Because I don't think they last long.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean,
the street was cute. It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute, but it's like, it wasn't even, because we understand when you have a bad day, sometimes you would not be able to give the best customer service that you could provide. But it's not only it was the way that you felt when you were trying to get that coffee.
They made me feel stupid. It's like, in school when you ask a question and then you just feel, and it's like, it's not a dumb question, it's like maybe you just don't know, and then but let's say 90% of the class knows the answer to this question and everyone just looks to you like, God, how stupid is she? It felt like that. The judgment coming from everyone behind that counter was like they didn't want to serve me because I was below them.
We don't want your money, what are you doing here? Basically,
right? It was like, como si if they were giving it to me for free. And they were not, and it was bad. I ended up throwing mine away. I don't know if you know that.
I know. I drank mine because it was $7.
I know, but I couldn't. It was bad. It was bad.
That's the only reason I had it.
And the thing is, I limit myself to 1 coffee per day, or I tried to, and that was like. And I'm not a nice person in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I was like, man. And then you feel bad as the itinerary holder. Anyways. What time is it?
It's 6:21.
Dad already made the food, so we should go. I don't know if we're gonna go walk today, but this was fun. Did you enjoy your first episode?
My fourth.
In Vida Vibes?
First episode.
But you enjoyed it. This is the conversation we would have had anyways.
But I don't like to be judged.
No one's judging you.
Well, they're going to. Be careful with my computer.
Well, everyone's gonna the one that you already broke.
Well, it's an art, okay?
It's a
it looks better.
They can go to Art Basel.
Probably. I can sell it for $100,000.
Yeah, and like it's like the banana was taped to the freaking wall. Anyways, thank you for joining us on this episode. This was fun. I am gonna force her to do more because I enjoyed doing it more with people than doing it alone.
You just need someone to talk to.
Well, because it's so much fun going back and forth.
I don't know how many different type of conversations we had.
I don't know, like 6 probably, I think.
I think more.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
gonna count after this when I'm editing. Well, I don't really edit, but I'm gonna listen to it
You're
back.
gonna have to, on the YouTube when you post a video.
Oh,
that
yeah,
you
the
get, like, the
chapters.
different chapters.
Yeah.
Or different things that you talk about.
Yeah.
You're gonna have like 15.
They're gonna be like, oh no. Anyways, this was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to my sister for joining us. I'm gonna have her again because this was fun. I'm gonna force her. And if you like it, please let us know because that way she can do more and we can force her to do more and bribe her. Anyways, thanks for coming. Adios. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye!